Hey everyone, today we're diving into the political landscape with Mark Carney, a man with dual citizenship in Canada and the UK, who's now setting his sights on leading the Liberals to become your next Prime Minister. If there's one video you share today, make it this one. Let's start here with a story you won't hear on CBC, CTV, or any of our legacy media. On February 15th, 2025, during the Rest is Politics podcast, hosted by Alastair Campbell, Mark Carney made a shocking statement. Listen to this carefully.
My strength is I know how the world works. I know how to get things done. I'm connected. I can deliver for the country. And my weakness is, people will charge me as being elitist or a globalist, to use that term, which is, that's exactly, it happens to be exactly what we need.
An elitist is a person who believes that a small group of people, especially those with wealth, power, or influence, are superior to others and should control society or an organization. Mark Carney just made it very clear. He thinks Canadians need this brand of leadership or policy. Let's look at his pedigree. He's got a bachelor's from Harvard, master's from Oxford, 13 years at Goldman Sachs, which is a global investment bank, deputy governor at the Bank of Canada, Bank of England, chair at Bloomberg, and an advisor to Trudeau during COVID. Yikes. His pedigree is indeed elite, hence why he considers himself an elitist. What's a globalist, you may ask? A globalist is a person who advocates or supports the idea of globalization, which includes the integration of economies, societies, and cultures worldwide. Globalists typically favor free trade, international cooperation, and the movement of people, goods, and ideas across borders. In a 2009 speech as Governor of the Bank of Canada, Carney said, "How we manage the rebalancing of the global economy could profoundly influence how open, equitable, and prosperous the New World Order would be." New World Order? Before I jump into Carney's leadership promise, this is a new channel. I like to bring you timely citizen news you won't find on CTV or CBC that could impact how you save, grow, and spend your money. To help me grow this channel, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Write a comment and share this video with your networks. Thanks for doing that. It really helps us get this news out to people who won't find it on traditional media. What is Carney's leadership promise? He says he's got the international connections. I believe that. But do we want a leader more focused on global agendas than homegrown issues? For many, it's just a new face on an old problematic party platform. Canadians crave a leader who prioritizes our nation first. After 9 years of feeling unheard, the prospect of Carney leading might not sit well for us hardworking Canadians, tired of being overtaxed, overrun by mass immigration, and overlooked by its own government. Some might argue Carney's global experience could benefit Canada on the world stage, particularly in dealing with figures like Trump. But let's be clear, Trump didn't diminish our borders or culture. The issues Canada faces, from economic to cultural, are largely self-inflicted. We need to take responsibility, not blame our neighbors. If it's not Trump's fault, who's to blame? In the last 9 years, the Liberals have been systematically depleting Canada of its national identity with mass immigration, censorship of Canadian voices, replacing local cultures with a uniform global culture, corrupting morals and values, indoctrination of corrupt morals in schools, controlling media, and weakening our Canadian economy. Our Prime Minister was spreading division, fighting over race, religion, DEI, COVID shots, and pushing propaganda on TV. Erase traditions, holidays, and introduce foreign ones so we forget who we are. Canadians felt it was okay to destroy books, statues, and make us feel ashamed of our past. Sending billions of funding overseas, Canadians had enough and told Trudeau we wanted him to resign and wanted an election. Now, Carney believes he is who Canadians need right now. For a lot of people, Mark Carney is a shiny new object on the face of a broken party. His elitist and globalist policy are a red flag because Canadians want someone who's going to look out for Canada first. Our voices have not been heard by the Liberals for 9 years. And now Carney wants to be the guy in charge, telling us up front he's more about the big international picture than what is best for Canadians. But hey, some might see it as a plus. They might think, cool, he knows how to play the world stage. He can fight the big orange man, the bad guy, Trump. Again, Trump didn't erode our borders, censor Canadians, replace our Canadian culture with a uniform global culture. We Canadians let that happen. And now Trump is looking at us to fix our mess and take it extremely seriously. He's calling on us, on our stuff, and making sure he exposes our apathy and forcing Canadians to self-evaluate. If tough talk on borders, trade, and security is what is needed, let's embrace it and make Canada better for it. We Canadians must not shift the blame onto our American neighbors for our own apathy. It's our fault. We had low voter turnouts. We didn't exercise our civic engagement. We neglected our societal responsibilities as people, and we engaged from our own communities. We promoted and chanted the propaganda. We stayed silent when we knew it was wrong. We just didn't believe an individual code makes a difference. So we didn't fight back. Our economy is weak because of our own choices. Our trade is weak because of our own choices. Our leadership was weak because of our own choices. There's a lot of work ahead to repair the damage. And this is a complex world which will require a complex negotiation. The big question for voters: do we continue to stay silent? Do we fight back with our votes? Do we engage in rallies? Do we start educating others? As you decide which party will truly work for you, consider whether their focus is on Canada or the global elite power. This election is about putting Canadians first, finally standing up for ourselves. It's about choosing a leader who understands what Canada needs, someone who's focused on us, not just the global scene. It's about choosing the morals and values you want for Canada to be built on for the next 150 years. And believe me, your vote will count, and it's imperative every member of your circle of influence gets engaged. Your friends, families, co-workers, etc. Don't stay silent anymore. Speak up. Let's keep this conversation alive in the comments. Share your thoughts, and if this discussion matters to you, share this video. Subscribe for more stories you won't find in legacy media and how it may impact your wallet. If you're uncertain about your financial future or how the current state of affairs affects your money, give us a call and we'll be glad to help you get on the right track, because it's your money.